Good afternoon. I am Colonel Billy Wilson, the commander of basic military training. I'm glad we had this opportunity to have a discussion. So, why are you here? I will tell you that you are here to train both your body and your mind.
Be better. Every day, be better.
You are here to train your body and your mind. Not one or the other, both. I often ask new recruits, why the Air Force? And I often get, well, I want to be part of an institution. I want to be part of something that is larger than myself.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
There will be stress. It will be stressful. And I will tell you that it is stressful by design. So the question remains, when you start feeling stressed out, what are you going to do? Are you going to react or are you going to respond? I expect you to respond to the demands that are being placed upon you, pushing you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to grow, because that's why you're here. You're here to be transformed from what you were to what you need to be, to what your nation needs you to be. Each and every one of you will earn your place here. This will not be given to you. And as you earn your place here and head toward graduation day, having earned it, you will have a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. And it will be meaningful to you. And as you depart this place, you will be proud of what you've accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Morgan.
I invite you to pray with me. Almighty God, on this momentous day, when these men and women finally reach their goal of graduating from BMT, we first thank you for all the support that has helped them achieve this moment. From the MTIs that have led and mentored them, to all the support staff working behind the scenes, and the loved ones cheering them on from a distance. And as these airmen prepare to transition to the next stage of their careers, instill in them a character of integrity, excellence, and service before self, so that they may live out the lessons they've learned here at BMT. May you bless them and keep them as you turn your face towards them, being gracious unto them and giving them peace. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Deputy Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Lieutenant Colonel Alvin Schultz, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. The Reviewing Official, the Chief of Staff, Air National Guard, South Carolina, Brigadier General Akshay Gandhi. Also in attendance with us today, the Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Carlos Damian. the Commanding Officer, Marine Corps, Air Station Beaufort, South Carolina, Colonel Mark Mortman, accompanied by his wife, Melissa. The Command Executive Officer, 335th Signal Command, Colonel David Hagler. The Command Chief, 406th Air Expeditionary Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Ted Braxton, Jr. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat.
Halt!
From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Joshua DiBenedetto. From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant William Price. From the 324th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Cody Collier. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Amanda Dorr. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Marcus Bronstad. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Nicholas Gold. From the 324th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Paul Grease. From the 331st Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Philip Thompson. From the 331st Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Justin Barnacastle. At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI Pledge.
The military training instructor hat that I wear.
It's a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
Ready, set, hops! Gun, hops! Post! Hot!
The dark blue campaign hat these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant John Shields. Brigadier General Gandhi will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with the foundation to serve in the most powerful military the world has ever known. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow. 737th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence streamer is awarded to the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 100, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 27 November 2023 to 11 January 2024. Signed, Billy Wilson Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force. The Commander's Excellence Flight was led by Technical Sergeant Christopher Martin and Technical Sergeant Zachary Hopper. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors.
Sir, I present the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of Ruffles and Flourishes. Thank you. Please be seated.
Hearts! Have your squadron! Order on!
graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 35,000 men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The men and women recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States military in armed conflict. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow our guests the opportunity to view flights as they pass in review. Now, passing in review, from the 322nd Training Squadron, the Commander of Airmen, Technical Sergeant John Shields, Military Drill and Ceremonies Non-Commissioned Officer, hometown, Kinston, North Carolina. From the 326th Training Squadron, the A Squadron Staff, led by Staff Sergeant Zachary Bradley, hometown, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 091, led by Technical Sergeant Alexander Davis, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Conway, Arkansas. Flight 092, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua DiBenedetto, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Claremont, New Hampshire. Flight 093, led by Technical Sergeant Zachary Hopper, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Weatherford, Texas. Flight 094, led by Technical Sergeant William Price, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Montgomery, Alabama. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 097, led by Staff Sergeant Manuel Munez, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Weiser, Idaho. Flight 098, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Jones, military training instructor, hometown, Albuquerque, New Mexico. From the 324th Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight, Flight 099, led by Technical Sergeant Horty Collier, military training instructor, hometown, Mobile, Alabama. Flight 100, led by Staff Sergeant Amanda Dorr, military training instructor, hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From the 737th Training Group, the Color Guard, led by Technical Sergeant Coral Ryle, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown, Raymore, Missouri. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flights 095 and 096, led by Technical Sergeant Dalton Baree, military training instructor, hometown, North Pole, Alaska. From the 321st Training Squadron, the B Squadron staff, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Pullins, military training instructor, hometown, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. From the 324th Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 101, led by Staff Sergeant Nicholas Gould, military training instructor, hometown, Chippewa, Texas. Flight 102, led by Technical Sergeant Paul Brees, military training instructor, hometown, Dexter, Missouri. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 103, led by Staff Sergeant Philip Thompson, military training instructor, hometown, Basel, Louisiana. Flight 104, led by Technical Sergeant Rafael Guzman Penguilla, military training instructor, hometown, Horsey, California. Flight 105, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Salazar, military training instructor, hometown, Lodi, California. Flight 106, led by Master Sergeant Justin Barnacastle, military training instructor, hometown, Pima, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Jacob Wright, military training instructor, hometown, Guanayo, Texas. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training, syllabus, and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork, and the Air Force Corps values service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence through the displayed through basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank all of our families and friends who are here in support of those graduating today for your support to our mission and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Your words of encouragement has helped motivate these graduates through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Gandhi will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning and welcome. What a beautiful day to bring in a bunch of airmen to our world's finest Air Force. It's an honor to look out into the audience today and see all the families, the friends joining us here today. 7.5 weeks ago, you all entrusted us with our great nation's greatest and most valuable treasure, your loved ones. Your support has pushed these airmen successfully through an arduous basic military training program. And they're now joining the world's greatest Air Force. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your support, your encouragement, but most of all, I want to thank you for your trust. It is my great honor to introduce 736 airmen as our newest airmen in the United States Air Force. I tell you what, it's an immense honor to be able to be standing here in front of you today, surrounded by our nation's finest, who've dedicated themselves to serving a cause greater than themselves. I think that's quite a statement in today's world. Airmen, you have all worked incredibly hard to get to this point. You ought to be very, very proud of your accomplishments. What you did by yourselves, and more importantly, what you all did together. You will find that our Air Force, yes, our Air Force, you're one of us now, wields some of the most amazing equipment out there. But guess what? That is not the reason why we're the world's greatest Air Force. You are the reason we are the world's greatest Air Force. It is our people. You are the strategic advantage that we hold against our potential adversaries. Our nation's at an inflection point right now. We're counting on you and your innovative minds to help us compete against, deter, and if necessary, defeat our adversaries should it come to a pure fight. As you go forward into your careers, please remember, internalize, and exude the values that you've learned here in training. Integrity, service, excellence. Airmen, these are your guiding principles. You've learned that you can accomplish much, much more together than you can by yourselves. This will continue throughout your entire Air Force career. Take care of your brother and sister airmen. They will take care of you. They're the ones who will get you through the tough times. They always will. As you leave here today, realize you're part of something bigger than yourselves. I personally want to thank you for your service and thank you for answering your nation's call. I wish you the best as you move forward in your careers. And I sincerely look forward to working at your side as we go forward in our Air Force together. Now, Airmen, and here's an important part. The word Airmen is always capitalized. Airmen, I just have one question for you. Are you prepared to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? They're ready.
Please stand as Brigadier General Gandhi will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Airmen, now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, General Gandhi. Please remain standing while our graduates recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I am answering my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass.